Nippa.
Have sex.
That's true.
Okay. Last time you guys sent Perseus to his death because you had no plan to follow up with what he was going to do. It was you guys managed to rewind time to allow yourselves to carry out a plan, and your plan failed. One of us had a very creative interpretation of the rules and the spirit of the rules, and everyone else tried to do their best. And their best was sufficient. But the bad guy got away. This time, we are now... I think we have finally regrouped and got back to Sparrow's village with I believe a handful of Bufo men and probably a contingent of dragon wranglers and maybe a dragon. A snapdragon.
What about the Bufo women?
Well,
That is true. What about the Buffalo women?
yeah, they're there too. You guys are in village. Is there anything that you wish to undertake during this time? I would say like there is a week that will pass before your next trek into the Blight.
It's true. I'm gonna go find Buffalo women.
Okay.
Where the fuck is that soundboard from? Page not found. Oh no.
He's gonna kill all the Bufo men and the Bufo women and the Bufo children.
Where's this Crystal Maiden?
It's in my
Dota game. Oh my god.
So, at least one of you is partaking in some downtime. As for the rest of you. Also, Haku get into Roll20.
How many Snapdragons died?
How many of them died?
Yeah.
Back in the Elder Village? I don't know. I might have cleared out that map, so.
A lot. It was fucking a lot.
It was a massacre.
Okay. Hear me out.
1, 2,
I know what Felix is
3,
gonna do during downtime.
4, 5. I think that's 6, 7, 8.
Well,
I count
Felix is
8
gonna eat
Snapdragon courses.
Felix is gonna cook and eat some Snapdragon.
Those are not brought here to Sparrow's village. They all died back in the Wrangler Bufelman region.
Fuck. Well, Felix is going to go hunting some food, and it's going to be food that is not traditionally eaten.
Such as
whatever fauna there are in the region that are not traditionally eaten as food.
That's a good question.
Why does it have to be not traditionally eaten? What's up with that?
Have to make up for not being able to eat Snapdragon Turtle somehow.
Well, any beast is generally traditionally eaten by any omnivorous or carnivorous creature. Dragons are kind of not traditionally eaten because you gotta kind of like survive that whole encounter. Giant spiders maybe, just because they're kind of like in that territory of being battleborn and beast.
As long as the spider can be licked, let's do it.
Roll me a D100. Hmm. Let me take a look at your stat sheet here. And an appropriate role for this one. Wait, no, you're not Dirge, you're Felix. Give me a willpower check. -2.
-2?
Yeah.
Oh, my PDF froze. Let me reopen it.
Noob, what the fuck? This guy sucks.
Your
This is
willpower
gonna
is
be a
12.
sick roll. It's gonna be a sick roll.
That's pretty sick roll. You barely. It takes you a while to go and find this this creature, this spider that you feel like dining upon. And while doing so and trekking through this hunting grounds that might not necessarily be familiar to you, you get turned around here and there. Maybe you get a little bit lost. And when you try to really think about it and try to navigate this neck of the swamp, you turn around and you step flat straight into almost a full web. You're a bead of sweat away from actually just getting yourself tangled up in this mess. Almost becoming the dinner. So, go ahead and roll me another D100.
The diner becomes the dine.
I'll say this will be another 4 hours of your first day's trip. Okay, give me another willpower check. This time, you don't need to add any modifiers to it.
Flat 20?
Yep, flat 20 plus 12. You will eventually come across another web. A lot less dirt and dust on it. There is a spider somewhere hanging out, maybe like 40 feet up in the air. It's large. It's quite large. You would say it's closer to Dirge's size than your own.
Is it the insects from the dwarven village again?
Oh god.
Electric boogaloo too.
It's normally spiders about the size of a diminutive, and then giant spiders about the size of yourself. This is much larger. This is a mid-man sized spider. What do you do, Felix?
Well, can't fight it when it's in the air, so... So we know where it is. Let's try and find, like, a really small, like, game to throw into the net for it. I mean, into the web, not the net.
Okay. Yeah, you can. It's probably easy enough to find a small insect creature you could toss into the web. Let's say after 10, 15 minutes of searching, you find a large mantis. Throw it into the web. Spider finds it. Spider starts crawling towards it. And yep, the spider will approach it and begin wrapping its web. It will cocoon its victim.
And then I guess Felix will aim to de-leg the spider.
Okay.
Since that should probably be its weakest point.
So you're gonna do called shots against its legs.
Yep.
Go ahead
Stop
and
for
roll.
moving, then just go for, the kill.
Go ahead and roll attack rolls. You'll get to attack first. Doesn't really care much about you at the moment.
Do you want me to apply the called shot penalty?
Yes.
I think in that case this is just a flat 20. Some stellar rolls.
That is quite unfortunate.
You
Damn,
try to have fun during countdown, you end up killing yourself.
those rolls suck ass. It looks like the spider's gonna be having your legs instead.
Holy base. This is how Felix died.
Don't give this fucker ideas.
Oh, you think I was trying to do it their first web?
Fucking noob dies to fucking, what's it called? A spider.
Local gay cat boy dies to local fauna.
I do what I want, John. I raid, except fucking against spiders. I get my cheeks clapped by
One
them.
of these days, I'll instill the fear of dice into you guys. Today is not that day. When my new system is done, it will instill this fear of dice into you.
The funniest part is like a giant star, it's like a fucking CR1.
Yeah, if I used monsters manuals at all. Your attack misses. The spider stops cocooning this mantis. Maybe like half cocooned it. It reels away and climbs up the web a bit. And it looks back down at you. And let's see if this is one of those kind of spiders. You know what? I'll just use a D100 instead. Why am I trying to interpret the roll of a D20 when it comes to the fate of a player? I need a D100 to make things nice and simple. It is, in fact, one of those kinds of spiders.
I don't want to know what that means.
A big blob of web comes flying at you. Make a dexterity check is enough, and you're probably gonna pass it anyway.
I mean, with the rolls that are happening,
There's no saves in this, so. Oh yeah, you
yeah, it
pass.
passes.
A big old glop of web comes flying at you and hits the ground behind you and goops up the ground a little bit, but you're otherwise fine.
2 years of glop.
2 years of web come glopping out at you.
Good lord.
What do you do?
How high in the air is it now?
It's not near you at all.
Is he like the web physically tethered to anything?
The web that it's on?
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of like a big old sheet of web that ranges up to like 60 feet. Maybe like 60 feet high, another 80 feet across. It's a huge web.
So, how long does a DALL-E usually take to generate an AI image?
Not too long usually.
Okay, because I've been here for like 10 minutes already, just waiting.
The first one usually takes a bit of time.
Ah, okay.
Well, what do? Do you want to keep going toe to toe with this spider, or do you want to find more quarry? It has been 8 hours since you began this little expedition of yours, and I'm not going to entertain it for too much longer.
You
Yes,
know,
we can move on.
we're just gonna eat a giant mantis instead.
Okay. You take the cocooned, the half cocooned mantis.
Oh no, that's a different one that isn't fucking spidered up.
Oh, okay. You go look for another one then. That it should be
Felix-
easy enough. They're quite
Felix-
common.
Felix doesn't like used goods.
That's why he lets all his men die. Alright, you got one attack in combat? Okay. I don't need you anymore. Go die for me. You go and find yourself another mantis. This is, however, commonly eaten by omnivores and carnivores. It's probably not your first either.
Fucking damn it.
They're just a lot more common here in the Blight than they were back in the Great Empty. Kralikova, are you doing anything during your week of downtime? How do I keep taking up?
Yeah, I wrote that on Discord.
Okay. Perseus, I know what you're doing. It's more of a question of who rather than what. Val.
No, it's surprising that he's not a bard.
Yeah, what's up?
Is Dirge doing anything during his week of downtime?
Yep, he is recuperating all his soldiers.
All his
He's
soldiers?
training his men.
Got it. If you had lost any soldiers, now you may add them to your unit. If you want different class of soldiers, so if you want your soldiers to be Buffomen, you want your soldiers to be river farmers, you want them to be ranged instead of melee, you should probably declare that now. If you have a, let's see, if you have a Battleborn knowledge of, I'd say, at least 5, you can have a Snapdragon, or 2 Snapdragons actually, as your unit.
I'll take a Snapdragon. I have 8 Battleborn.
Okay, you can have a Snapdragon unit. You'll have 2 Snapdragons.
Neat.
How many are Buffomen melee or are they all casters? I forget which ones we got.
Buffomen are both melee and casters. If you have a Buffomen unit, you will have 4 people, and they die at increments of 25. Snapdragons will be increments of 50.
I'd replace the ranks that I lost with Buffomen then.
Okay, you replace your normal soldiers with Buffomen. Melee or caster?
Melee, since
Alright.
I'm always melee.
Perseus and his army of big oiled up muscle sumomen.
Excuse me, that's his
Kralikova.
new family.
It's true. I'm retiring to the Buffomen village.
You want your army to be dragons. There have not been any river dragons sent back to camp with you. You do have snapdragons. Do you want 2 snapdragons?
Sure.
Okay. You have 2 snapdragons. They have 50 HP each and will attack with a D10. D10? D10, yes. Felix, are you still the lone femcat boy?
What even started this?
I do what I want, John. I raid.
Okay,
I think
hear me out.
we always just refer to cat boys as femboys now. Maybe should just be a rule. Rule of anime.
Okay.
I mean, cats.
You know, a
I don't
regular
know.
soldier dies every 10 HP?
Mhm.
Hear me out. Soldiers that die every 1 HP.
You want a diminutive army?
Let's go with the. Let's just win by numbers.
This went from I do what I want. I raid John to like Red Wave, fucking Xi Jinping's strongest cat boy.
Just I threw all my men at the army of killbots. They have a pre-limited kill count.
Well, I mean, you know what they say. It's not the size that counts, it's the number that counts.
I wouldn't be against that. I just don't have it pre-written in the attacks.
Also, we're speaking from experience here. One giant lion, it nearly only kills an old fucker. An army of rabbits nearly kills everyone.
That is true.
What's happened?
Sure.
Now, how about this? How many rabbits can Felix get for his army?
Uh,
I feel like that's how we win.
I would say instead of 1 HP a pop, they'll have 2 HP a pop. And then they're not going to be rolling for damage. They're just going to be doing... How would I handle this? Because if I guess I'd just be doing 1 damage a win. But then I also would have to increase your rolls done by like 50. Then that would just be
How many rabbits
overpowering.
makes up 2 HP?
In that original campaign, I think it was 2 rabbits per HP.
Okay, and what's the max here for it?
You can only have 100 HP's worth of units, of soldiers in your unit.
Okay, so at 4 per HP, that's 1,800 rabbits.
And then I've also, although I guess the unit size doesn't even matter realistically because I kind of stopped counting unit losses in the rolls.
Okay, but hear me out. Felix goes on like a raid as a Shadow Legend, and there's like 800 rabbits.
I mean, it'd be funny. I'm not saying I don't want to do it. I'm saying I just don't know how to do it within the confines of what I have now.
We do not have the technology.
Yeah. I'm trying to think about how you would roll damage and make it not overpowered. So like take a look at normal unit attack. And then each of these attacks at win, which we'll say just 1 crit 4. So 4 of them win. This will be a roll 1d6. And then if we were to say give you, that's 10 units attacking. That's 10 soldiers attacking. So if we were to say give you an army of what, 24? 25? If they all had 4 HP? We would be doing 1, 2, 3. And then anything above a 10 we can count this instance a win. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and that'll be 11 damage. And how many successes was that compared to in percentage wise? Actually no, count 2 of those off. There was only 9 wins. One of them was a crit, so we counted that twice. So 9 out of 25 successful attacks compared to 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 10 successful attacks. It's like a 45%, and what's 9 out of 25 percent wise? Is that also around 40%? No, like 30%.
I broke her DM.
You know what? I'll let you do it, but you have to be on top of I'm gonna make you be on top of counting whether or not you have an attack to make with those numbers. So if you got 80 HP's worth of units, I need you to tell me how many of those units are actually attacking.
320.
Oh wait, no, we're not doing that much. No, this is too complicated. You could have
Just
normals.
Morgan.
Diminutives aren't even really fighting. You haven't seen a single diminutive in an actual fight. Except for Sparrow. She's like the only one. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Alright. So what are you filling your unit with, Felix?
I'm just dying laughing at what Bing did.
That looks so silly, man.
That is hilarious.
Was the diminutive.
That's actually how I picture Felix looking. This retarded ass cat.
Alright. What is your unit? Yes, Marilla, it is D&D time.
So Morgan's actually dead. Can't breathe.
It's perfect.
We had to know, or like it that, or we couldn't have known that the way to kill Morgan was actually just to have him kill himself. Just laughs himself to death.
I'm just... Okay. I'm just gonna give him an army of normal units. When he recovers, he can say otherwise. Okay.
That's too good.
Fucking
It's
Garfield.
fucking over. We're all dead. Fuck.
I'll raid who I want, John.
Okay.
Maybe Bing AI is alright. Hold up.
Bing AI is a powerful meme maker. Holy shit. Alright. Okay, so Felix goes hunting for the week. Kralikova uses Sparrow as a plush toy to sleep. Perseus uses Boofoman to sleep.
It's true.
Dirge heals. Dirge helps rehabilitate the injured in his party. You guys got your downtime. Now, what are you doing as part of the campaign? The war effort. I believe Kralikova a month ago said that she wanted to go somewhere up north to the dragon symbol on the overmap.
we'll go anywhere. I don't remember if there's anywhere in particular.
I should probably
thought
find
we
a
were-
Google Doc about this game.
I thought we were gonna die this session because there's like a new Looney Tune coming after us. Honestly, overall, we're back, bros.
Well, what do you guys, now that you're back, where are you guys going? Oh, this is not that page. This is the...
I found going to the north.
Does Kralakova still want to continue with the previous plan?
Is he dead, bros? Are you evil rabbits?
It's powerful shit posting.
Haru's like really getting into character by sleeping for the whole week IRL.
The ninja rabbits.
Oh, what are you guys doing? You got 2 villages that have yet to be recruited or visited. There's the one that's further up to the north, all the way to the north, and there's one that's like 2 days travel before it. Both of those you require to go past a large clearing that is known to be a heavy point of travel for Beasts from Beyond.
Wait, so what are we rating now?
We have a couple spots we can go to.
And I think you would know, at least as Sparrow has told you, the 2 villages that you have left to visit would be this one and that one. The one that's closer to the river and closer to the large clearing is it's similar to the Bufumin Dragon Wrangler region, where you have 2 tribes of people who are generally locked in some sort of conflict. The ones over here, I believe, are they're both predator species that are at odds with each other because of general overhunting, which has gotten worse since the Legion has arrived. And since that, they have been hunting in each other's territories, which has caused a bit of a schism between the tribes, which is usually rather peaceful and usually requires a sort of like a every so often, every like quarter, they will meet and renegotiate the tribal hunting grounds. And then further to the northwest is the new arrivals, the swamp. They are a band of barbarian nomads that are not native to the swamp. And Sparrow has not had much contact with them, but she knows that they are more or less a band of ruffians.
Barbarian nomads. It's the Goths. Or Huns.
And then last month, Kralkova mentioned wanting to go to this little dragon symbol next to the village with the hunting problems. Then, as far as the people go, I'm not sure if you guys were given any of that information. You do know that that hunting tribe, those hunting tribes are all Purgator.
Damn. Predator could be hard to fight.
Well, they also seem to be like the commonly not as easily turned to the Legion species or classification of creatures. While the Legion themselves are not very commonly Purgator. What are you guys doing?
You just go towards the village Harmony pointed out. Is Harmony dead?
Seems that way. There's more Morgan posting Garfield AI memes than
Harmu bros. It's over. He said he got COVID, so I'm surprised he's here.
does he actually have COVID?
I think so.
That's what I got for putting Giga Chad Garfield standing like a Giga Chad alpha male.
Yeah, my last 2 weeks of D&D was canceled because of COVID, and then your guys' shenanigans in general. So
It wasn't me.
it was not you.
Don't want you to put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Wasn't me.
Kill Harmony.
I believe it was indeed you at least once.
No, I mean, I said you could continue without me, so it wasn't me.
Yeah, I guess that's that. So then it was the Costco champion. Well, then I think
Number
Morgan was
one,
sick one of the
baby.
weeks.
I was sick, but I was ready to play. No one came into the voice.
Well, what are you guys doing now?
I cast commune.
Okay.
Meeting with. Honestly, let's go to the Beast from Beyond spot. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Okay. Alright.
There's a little worm in my head.
You guys march north. Say, Perseus, your token on the map. Go ahead and you use it. Move 5 hexes a day.
I can't believe I have to leave the blue phone behind. It's so overgrows.
Let's see. As you march in that direction, go ahead and whoever is here, I assume it's all of you, make me a battlefield
Badness
knowledge check. D100, you want to roll under the number.
Holy fuck. I rolled a 5. I'm bringing my
I
hair
think
in
that
with
means
me.
we all pass.
If your battlefield knowledge is 41 or lower, 48 or lower for
Haru
you,
might not. I mean, I
No.
think Haru passes.
Yeah. that is easy. That is an easy roll for Pralikova, which is a 63. When you guys are entering this hex here, you spot signs of Legion.
Oh boy.
what do? You don't see Legion, but you see footprints, heavy metal footprints, typical of them. There is maybe every once in a while you'll see like a weapon that might have been lost or left behind, like a pylon or javelin. There will be
Single file to hide their numbers.
But what do you do about this? Do you investigate? Do you keep marching?
Don't look around.
I suggest we let them pass.
You can also just let them pass for not spoiling for a fight.
Okay. You ignore.
Honestly,
this.
With the way our last combat wins, that might actually be the better play. Just conserve
Wait it out.
resources.
Okay. You ignore the Legion and you continue to travel on.
I have a bad feeling about this for some reason.
Okay. By the end of the night, nothing bad happens. No more potentially dangerous encounters. But one of your soldiers will sort of stumble on a school of edible creatures. You found a decent amount of supplies of food for the night. It's good now that you're all hosting Predator and Battleborn as your units.
I'm so back.
Nighttime falls. You guys wake up. Go ahead and move another 5.
So we're going to the Dragon Market, right?
That is what you wish. Hey, look, supplies.
You know what they say? You can't spell dragon without dragging these nuts.
If I can kill Morgan. Holy shit. How did that spider not kill him?
Just remember, he was supposed to die in the very first game. Hilarious. Do you...
Chrono boomed.
So, as the night begins to fall, and the end of the marching day has come, you end up in an area that is clear, wide open plains. There's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to shelter down. Maybe there's a large boulder here and there, but it's not enough to hide any Battleborn or any sizable number of creatures. Do you choose to take up camp in this spot? Or do you force march into safer territory?
Middle of the plains? Holy fuck.
Again, we'll remind you, this area has heavy Beasts from Beyond activity.
They're gonna get raped in their sleep, bros. They're gonna walk from their steps into our step.
Alright? If you're gonna stay here, you're gonna stay here.
I'd say it's fine. We can stay here. Can't be that bad.
But
Okay.
little did he know it was that bad.
The Emperor's gonna show up and be like, hey, it'd be really cool if you joined me. The Galactic Empire is based, bro.
What the hell is that thing? As you begin to set up camp here in the middle of the plains, Sparrow will advise against this. The Bufo and Dragon Wrangler, or Master Dragons, they don't seem to mind too much. Spearmaker. Which Spearmaker do you have? The lesser, right?
I believe so.
He is indifferent. This One Eye does not care at all. He goes, finds a place to blend in with a log and sticks his mouth open, hoping somebody will step into it. That's what he does.
Totally based.
And your men, more or less Felix's men, because they're all non-Predator, but even the Predator, they feel a bit uneasy with his decision. And can everybody, don't worry, you don't have to do anything special, just can you guys fix your, actually, you guys have access to your character sheets? If you go look in
Yeah,
journal,
mine open.
Yeah.
can you guys set your HP and max?
Yeah.
Mine is set to max.
Is it?
Yeah.
We just have info in there.
Never mind, I'll just do it myself.
76 is my max.
Maybe these tokens might not be matched properly. The ones that I'm looking at least. Okay. Everybody roll me. I imagine that you guys don't partake in keeping watch and you got soldiers to do that for you, correct?
That's
Yes.
what they're paid for.
Yep.
Alright, but while that's happening, even though your soldiers are on the lookout, I want everyone to roll me a perception check.
Oh. I don't die today. Fuck is my perception?
Your perception is omniscient.
Plus 11.
Mm-hmm. So Dirge passes his. Morgan passes his. Kralakova fails.
I don't see my perception on my sheet.
It's beneath charisma. Yours is 12.
Is it beneath charisma? Oh.
Yes, I make perception its own stat. Which I'm
I was looking
continuing
at
to do.
intellect, I'm like,
And Kaiman passes. So, all but Kralakova awaken to hear and feel what is like a rumbling in the earth. The soldiers also gather too. They are trying to figure out what the source of this is. Eventually, one of the more able-bodied hunters in the pack, probably Kane, or Kane, he'll alert everyone. He's like, it's coming from over there, and he'll point down towards the sort of the southeast. You hear, it's sort of a rhythmic rumble, and you hear the shout of a plainsman. Although, I guess everybody's gonna have to roll me a D100 to even see if you know what a plainsman is.
I know what a plainsman is. They have a funny language.
Kaiman, that is a critical failure. You have no idea what the fuck a plainsman is.
What the fuck, bros?
And if Kralakova were awake, she could tell you what that is. But it's sort of a rhythmic chant more than a shout.
We can hear the throat singing. Oh no.
And eventually, that rumbling comes to an end. And once the rumbling comes to an end, the shout seems to trail off into the distance. You hear a strange sort of guttural screech. And it's followed by even more guttural screeches. You, Perseus, will have flashbacks to when that one time you, many of the times at least, maybe you can't remember exactly what happened, but you've been in battle with the beasts from beyond before. These howls, these yells, and these screams are coming from beasts from beyond. And not just one of them. Though you don't have a grasp on how many there are, you do know that there is a decent amount. And, just to remind everybody, these same creatures one-shot his army one by one until there was like 3 of them left.
That's true.
And, he also wanted to talk to him.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was very funny.
We can't fight any of these people or any of these beasts from beyond.
Let's see. It would take at least an hour to get the camp fully packed up, to get the Battleborn, to rouse the Battleborn that you have, to get all of the camp supplies, tents, arms and armor all packed up and tossed onto your Battleborn, which are now acting as not just your soldiers for battle, but also your means of transporting goods. It would take at least an hour to pack up camp. Do you wish to try? Or is this a wait and see situation?
Oh no. I said we just leave. There's no fucking way. Even with as many people as we have, we win versus the beasts.
What if we try to talk to them again?
How would you try that? You know what? How about you go raid Shadow Legends then?
Do you leave without packing up camp?
No, that'd be retarded. We have to try and pack up and then leave.
Okay. You give the order to pack up camp. The dragon wranglers will handle the dragons. The Booflemen will begin tearing down the tents. The river farmers will do their best to stow the weapons as hastily and carefully as possible. And you guys will do whatever it is that you guys can do to help.
Yep.
About 40-ish minutes into your attempts to pack up camp, the howling, screeching, all comes to a stop. You hear another howl, and then it comes to a sudden end. There's no more rumbling, there's no more noise, there's simply the sounds of the blight,
And
as it always has been, every night.
Batman beat a beast from beyond?
What do you do?
Already packed up. It's time to move out.
You continue packing.
Yeah.
Okay. You continue packing. 20-ish minutes will pass. And you are packed up. It is quite dark out. How far do you wish to travel? And where do you travel to? Go ahead and use your token to do so.
We're not that far from our destination, right? It's this little village.
The village or the dragon symbol, whichever you're going to. I would say that your advisors, and by advisors I mean Sparrow, would say that we should at the very least, get back into the safety of the trees. Whether we continue marching is up to you.
Yeah. So we'll just go straight to the village.
You would be technically at a forced march at that point. You and your soldiers would be tired from the
We can
travel.
rest when we can rest when we get there.
All right, you crack the whip and you send your guys on your way. Let's see, what is this gonna look like? That's invisible, that's invisible. All this is invisible. Alright, I think this is fine. Let me go grab your tokens and I'll toss them into the new map here. I gotta grab everybody's tokens. And... yeah. Alright. You get off the road and into the safety of the trees. You have reached the vicinity of the village. Sparrow has told you that this is home to the Lamia and the Gia.
Oh. Now I know why Harmony wanted to come.
You wasted all your wasted all the cum on the Bufo women.
You think I'm gonna like fuck the snake ladies? I'm committed to my Bufo harem.
Why do you exist?
God, when I almost died. Holy shit.
One eye bros. The snakes are all Harmu's problem.
Oh, that's right. And also one I got nerfed. I don't think it can be used in battle anymore.
He almost got fucking snapped in half, didn't he?
Yeah.
Just a beast of burden and shit poster.
Where is Master Dragons? Oh, there he is. Well, what do you guys do from here?
Pull out lasagna from the bag of holding.
Rest on the outskirts since we marched all night.
And at this point in time, you're closer to sunrise. Just to give you an idea as to what time it is, it's sun may rise in the next 2 hours. But you and your men will rest. How long do you wish to rest? It's probably the better question.
10 years.
Couple hours.
You
Yeah,
rest until the sun
couple hours, I
rises. It's better than nothing, but it's not all that sufficient. You and your men will be noticeably tired. Will noticeably sluggish. The Battleborn will be a bit ornery, not so happy to take commands that don't involve eating and sleeping. But what do you do now? The sun has rise. It is sunrise. The sun's getting higher in the sky. What do you do?
Not sure. I guess we go towards the village at this point.
Are all of you going? You know what? Let's set up a little camp spot. Let's I'll leave all these guys over here by the water. This will be the camp,
Wait, where's the camp? Right there?
where all the NPCs are.
Okay, I'll be at camp. Where's the town that everyone's gonna be going to? Is it this right here?
No, that's a bridge. It is a big wooden bridge made by the Beast from Beyond. The town is over here. This little area in the middle of the river here. This little, like,
This one right here?
yeah.
Is there a hilly area that we can probably perch upon?
Closer to town, or
Yeah, like closer to town. Like
you'd have to
maybe
go all
somewhere
the
around
way,
here, or
all the way
what is
around
this? Is
here.
this a settlement?
This is more of a hilled area, but it's also kind of cutting into the settlement itself. This little, these little green hexes, those are kind of like small outposts and villages that aren't part of the major, that aren't, like, inside the major population circle, which is everything inside this little blue, this little river area. But yeah, if you want high ground to camp, you have to go up to this little area up here. You have to march around the town to do that.
Okay, I'll make my way that way with my snapdragon.
Alright? Just you alone?
I'll go with him.
Let's all go with Dirge.
You all go with Dirge to find this hilly high ground region. As you guys go ahead, and one of you do the movement for all of you then.
Where are we trying to go specifically? Or are we just going to where Dirge is, right?
Well, Dirge wants to make it to like a high ground region, which is, if you look at my ruler, all the way up here. The north side of the village.
This is a big map. God damn.
Yeah, this is quite large.
Do we move all the way over there, or do we move 5 hexes?
Move the 5 hexes. Okay, go ahead and move more.
That'd be 5. Another 5.
Keep going. Keep going. You will notice that this area is very clear. There's like an unnatural clearing in this area here. Nothing special though. You can keep moving.
run across it real quick.
Okay, you and all of your people run across that clearing. Go ahead and move another 5. And another.
Oh, I heard the dice.
And one more. Pretty sure that's all you need to do to actually get up there.
Oh no, I fucked up the fucking scroll. It's over.
You're dead. Entire village on high alert. You've done something Morgan only does.
Fucking, I need a hotkey to be able to like pan and then select that move. This is high ground, right?
Anywhere in there is fine. You noticed throughout the entire time that it was a quiet. You didn't really see any signs of life. Well, at least not real people. You saw, creatures here and there, but even they were kind of scarce. But you guys have made it to this high ground area. What do you guys do from here? Aside from, I assume, get a better look of the village with your own eyes instead of just Sparrow's description.
See if there's anything Legion related in the village.
That is a good question. I don't think the Legion has any influence in this village yet, but I could be wrong. Nope, there is no Legion influence as far as you can see. There are no Legionnaires, Legion armor, Legion banners. There seems to be no signs of them.
Do we see the snake people?
Yes. I think at this point in time, they are probably starting to rouse. Is it approaching the colder seasons? I think it's... Actually, no, it should be approaching the, warmer seasons. You'll find that there are plenty of snack people. They seem to live in this left side of these hills. You'll also notice the people of the eastern side also beginning to rouse.
Are they different?
Yes. They're much smaller than the Lamia, but they're also a lot more colorful in their displays. Both clothes and skin. Sort of like vibrant oranges and blues. Mixed onto like normal, like peach and tan skin tones.
God damn.
And then, they're smaller. You would say that they're about the size of Felix in general. The Lamia while they don't really have too much bulk, they're about the size of Dirge.
Can we fucking this isn't the region where there's people fighting each other, right?
They're not directly fighting each other. Sparrow has noted that they have had a skirmish from time to time. They're not unfriendly with each other. They are technically rival clans and tribes, but they haven't really gone to war, although they're having territorial disputes over hunting, which is becoming more hard and dire because of the Legion moving in.
Solve their hunting problem.
And then she hasn't visited this area in a while, so she doesn't know if there's any new developments. Most of her time is usually spent visiting Master of Dragons' territory.
Well, which like group of frog people do we want to, or lizard people rather, do we want to visit first? The more vibrant ones or the snake people? Does anyone have a preference?
No.
Because if we enter from here, we're gonna be talking to the little dudes first, and not the snakes.
Yes. I'm not sure if there's anything else that Sparrow can tell you. Let me see. Nope. Nothing more to say. You notice that from what you can tell, the Lamia do not carry weapons, but the Gia do.
I mean, if the Lamia are as big as Dirge, they don't really need weapons.
Yeah, and they are also Predator. The Gia are not Predator. That is something I skimmed over in my notes. The Gia are normal creatures, omnivorous. So, what do you guys do?
Go talk to the little colorful people first with all the weapons.
Okay. You march down the valley. Go say hi to the Gia clan. You will approach this sort of this homestead region here. You'll notice that it is nothing too special. They kind of have this thing going, like the Spearmaker's clan did, where they're trying to farm the river. They have a collection of creatures, beasts that look like they might be livestock of some sort, but it's not very organized. They don't really seem to They're kind of just hoarded into like a pen, not really like there to be farmed properly. It'd be like if somebody bought a bunch of live chickens and just kept them in a coop, and they're not really there to be bred or to be harvested of eggs. They're kind of just there to be kept until you need to cook them and eat them. Kind of what's going on in this little homestead here. You and your men will approach. I assume you're leaving most of your men behind, or at least, are you bringing your soldiers? Are you bringing the other party members?
I don't know if there are party members going with me. That's up to them. I'd probably leave my men at camp.
Okay, party members.
Go with Perseus, because if not, he's probably gonna end up killing himself.
What the fuck?
Okay.
I won't.
I am heading over to that outcrop.
I will follow, I guess.
Wait, where was that the hill you said? It was like
It's right
here,
there.
right?
Up
A
here.
little bit further back is where I ended up.
This entire little green section up there is hills. Alright, so Perseus, you and Felix and Kralakova, you approach this homestead. Doesn't take long for you to get somebody's attention. And they look at you. And you look at them. And they are on guard. As more of them
Maybe you should go.
begin to approach, at least the more of them sort of come out of their corners and approach the one person who noticed you, and they all seem to be trying to figure out what's going on here.
Maybe you should go introduce yourself to them, Perseus.
Wait and see how many show up. Wait for them to approach.
There's a decent group of people, maybe like 30 to 40 total, but only about 10 of them are armed.
God damn, that is a lot. Just one homestead?
Mm-hmm.
Bro?
It's a large region. It's a large area. There's multiple little huts and hovels surrounding this little livestock pen. And what do you do?
Does any one of them stand out as like a leader? Or are they all just like bumbling about?
They're all bumbling about. You'll notice that a lot of these people look, I wouldn't say young, but they don't look, no one here is aged. There's no elder amongst them. They all kind of have this, if there is a cutoff point for age, you'd say it's like mid-20s. So do you just wait and keep a...
I'm gonna approach and ask to speak with their leader.
You approach, one of the armed men tells the others to back off, and the rest of the armed men all sort of form a line. Weapons at the ready. Mostly crudely put together spears. They hear you say, "I wish to speak to your leader." They look around and look at each other and is like, What do they say? What do they say? What do they say? How do they react to this? What's your charisma? Actually, you know what? Just roll a charisma check. I just want to see. What's
Oh
you?
no, we're gonna get fucking smoked by a bunch of lizard people. That's true. I should go back and clap both a woman cheeks.
You did not
Oh,
roll.
I rolled wrong.
Yeah. You gotta put the D. Yeah, you bet.
Lord have mercy. Close. A little close.
Yep, that is a little close. One of them looks at you. He's like, I'm in charge of this clutch. Who are you? What do you want? We've told your kind to leave before.
I'm Perseus. I'm not with the Legion, but I suppose you might think that considering my armor. We're with the Hoplite, the primary opposition in this area to the Legion. As we understand it, you're having some problems with the Legion in this area. And we've come to help.
He cuts you a glare. He told them to fuck off. They sent some men to persuade us, and we sent them running. Now they're killing our hunt. It's bad enough that we had to compete with the others across the creek. And you say you fight them?
Yes. And if we remove them from this area, your hunting problems will be a thing of the past. Well, as much as they could be a thing of the past, I suppose.
Well, go fight them.
While we do have a considerable force at this point, not that simple. We need the natives' help. If we had the numbers to wipe them out immediately, we wouldn't be coming to speak with you. The Hoplite believes in raising up the peoples of a region rather than solving their problems for them.
Well, can't really join your fight. We have enough troubles feeding our people as it is.
And if we're able to secure you supplies or arms and armament, would you then be able to fight?
If the Wild One thinks the Wild One were to settle down on a place, we would move immediately and maybe wouldn't have too much of a problem. But we are waiting for them to find such a new hunting ground. We would take supplies, but our people are not too keen to owing favors, receiving handouts.
Understandable. But we all have a mutual cause here. It's less of a handout and more of a mutual goal to be achieved.
You say that. People do not see us needing to fight if we don't have to. One of the people, the unarmed people behind him, sort of runs up to the guy and taps him on the shoulder and whispers something into his ear. He nods and he looks at you. If you were to assist us in a fight of our own, we wouldn't mind joining you. At least then we would know what we are joining. You are even capable of fighting in the first place. Whether or not a greater campaign would be doomed.
And what would that be assistance with?
He takes his spear and points it across the creek.
As I
Help us push
expected.
those snakes out. Have their lands, have their territory. We could feed ourselves. We would prove you trustworthy, and we will be able to gauge whether or not joining you would be worth it in the long run.
What if we could simply convince the snakes to leave? Or broker some kind of an agreement between your peoples? Again, the hoplite isn't too fond of decimating local populations.
He laughs. You can try negotiating with a snake. It would not be fruitful. You would sooner find yourself a meal. But if that is what you wish, I will not stop you. There's no blood spilled of my own if you were to try that.
I smile at the small man. Negotiating with dangerous creatures is my specialty. I believe I can get it done. But never got
That's a good
properly
one.
introduced. Are you the leader of these people? I'm Perseus.
I simply guard this clutch. Our leader is... Our leader is not here right now.
And your name? I extend my hand to the small man.
They call me Talk. And he puts his spear up instead of having it in a sort of readied fashion, and he'll extend his hand towards you.
I'll see what I can do about the snakes. I look forward to our future endeavors. And your leader, when will he return?
The wild one, when they return, is not something we ever know. They are, well, as their title states, they are quite wild.
Something amiss?
Nothing you would understand.
Fair enough.
He gives you a nod. If you return, which you do not expect, we will be ready if you are as well.
I return the nod and turn to leave. We'll be in touch shortly, I assume. I head back to camp.
Okay. Felix Sturge Kralikova, thoughts?
Herman's the snake whisperer. He's gonna have to like go convince Lamia not to murder the little fucking lizard dudes
Snake women wear.
or fucking dirge. That's that's true.
What the
That's true.
fuck?
I'm true right now.
All right. Dirge, were you doing anything while hiding up here in these hills, or?
Just looking at the snake ladies. It's like,
Playing,
goddamn.
playing with my staff.
Watching my staff looking at snake ladies. Doing research. Getting the lowdown on what these snake bitches are all about, you know?
All right. Do you try to cross the river?
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'll go talk to them at this point.
Okay. Um. Talk probably could have told you. There are a few places that you can be ferried across. One of them is over here. And over here. You'd have to march through the Dia village, but you can be ferried across to the center, and then further ferried again to the Lamia side of thing. Actually, no, you don't need to be ferried across the Lamia side. The Lamia side is just across the large hills here.
It's funny, they're like, we hate these snake fucks. We hate these people, but then like have the ferry to that side just in case.
Well, the middle island is kind of divided in two. The Gia are kind of ferrying themselves across to their own area of the middle island. But you can find yourself on the other side really easily. I assume that is what you do.
Yes.
Uh,
You're tired of these motherfucking snakes in my motherfucking village.
these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane. Dirge, do you still just hang out in the hills? I assume Kralakova and Felix are still with Perseus.
Yep.
Okay. Perseus, you get yourself across. You're still in Gila territory. You have to cross this little, not little, this quite wide clearing of the hills to get into Lamia territory. And yeah, in the distance, once you get past like guard posts and stuff, you'll see that there are snake people out there.
Is it roll the hotness on it? I think
What?
that's what a certain person wants you to do.
Roll it. Why not just set it to 18?
That's a dirge in the fucking.
Base.
All natural sixes. Yeah. Do you continue marching into Lamia territory?
March, march, march. Yes.
Okay. Similarly to the Gia's territory, you'll find various homesteads here. There isn't as much farming, or at least there aren't like as much pens of creatures being held, captive to be eaten later. But they have their homesteads. They all seem to build dome-shaped tents. Some of them build lookout sort of things, like little towers, outpost towers. They like to hang out in there. You'll probably notice yourself getting some eyes from the distance.
Admiring the cloak. Goddamn.
What do you do?
Keep walking until I run into snake people that want to talk.
Okay. Keep walking. You'll run into someone who probably becomes curious enough to slither their way over to you. And as they approach, what exactly do we have here? As their first low to the ground, and their top half is sort of just a little bit taller than you, but then they kind of coil up their bottom half and stretch upwards to completely tower over you, almost as like Dirge does.
God,
They're just a little guy, though.
they're just a big guy.
Yeah, he's just a little guy.
Or you. Introduce myself. Perseus, representative of the Hoplite. Same line. As we understand it, there's quite a few problems with the Legion in this area, and we've come to assist you with it, or at least in removing the Legion.
Ah, the other ones who wear the armor like you. The loud, obnoxious ones. Yes, they are quite a nuisance. Though they seem to care more about slaughtering our food than they do about bartering deals. Cowards, the lot. And you wish to remove them from our sides?
Correct.
Well, how do one such as yourselves plan to do that? And I guess I should ask, what do you want in return?
Nothing. We seek the destruction of the Legion, and it is the Hoplite's way to empower the locals, remove the Legion, so that they'd never be a problem for said locals again.
Ah,
As such, we seek to use the resources here, or at least get you the resources to fight the Legion. Your neighbors did not seem too keen. I'm curious what your response will be.
well. If I knew the brood mother, she would say that your kind are not to be trusted when people come around offering things for free out of altruistic desires. But I would say that would be quite the sight to watch. To watch you small, delicious creatures fight over each other and leave ourselves a nice meal behind. And Lamia, he sort of lowers himself down, like, do you like to leave behind plenty of meals for people like me?
I have no intention of cleaning up the battlefield after we've wiped it out. Not really my thing.
He cuts a small grin. Well, there's no point talking to me any further, but I can take you to see our mother.
Lead the way.
He will lead the way. He will take you across the river. Over here, this new little hillet area. And you'll find a much nicer put together tent with various stacks, and you could smell the sort of the incense and perfume burning. And you will be introduced to Here.
Used to a giant snake lady.
Giant snack lady.
You know, feed her the retarded lolly. Where's Dirge Bros? He'd be so happy to see the giant snake ladies.
You are introduced.
Ignore snake ladies, play with staff.
To Broodmother Lessa. The Lamia that led you here will march right
Yes,
in.
Mia.
He will wave you in. It's like, dear Broodmother, these people, these foreign creatures, these small ones, wish to offer aid in our trying times. She will uncoil her lower half and push herself upward to a more seated position. And move towards you. Yes, and what exactly do these people have to offer? As she sort of gets real close into your face with hers. And you'll notice that her eyes glow a bright gold.
Manpower, strategies, whatever resources you might need to remove the Legion from your area.
Enough manpower to even the numbers,
Correct.
as there's nowhere near enough of us to fight an entire army. And by the looks of it, and she'll kind of just look at the three of you who are here, there aren't enough of you either.
Also correct. Hoplite, as I was telling your colleague here, Hoplite favors empowering locals more so than wiping out the Legion wholesale.
He wants others to bear the weight of his dirty work.
More than when we leave, or rather, since we have no garrison to conquer your lands, you'll never fall to the Legion. You'll be strong enough to face them even without us. At least that's the hope.
At this point, she starts to walk around you guys. The three of you.
Wait, how is she walking?
Well, slither.
She's slithering around.
Walk as the general
At the
term of
speed of
moving
sound?
at a slow pace. Kind of like sizing up the three pieces of meat that just entered her.
Oh,
Protect.
what the fuck, Mr. DM? You didn't say she slid around. Fuck my immersion. Fuck.
No,
Oh.
what she's doing is like have you seen a Josh in Dropkick where she just starts walking around?
She hums to herself a bit, thinking, never taking her eyes off of at least one of you. But
Okay, which one is she looking at eating the most, though?
Probably Kalikova. More diminutive. Or,
fucking chicken nugget to
Calico Bros, you're in.
Yes, Marula. She leans towards you, Perseus. You do know what our problems in the region are, correct? I can smell as you feel flicks of her long forked tongue just kind of just licking at you in little flutters. I could smell those things from across the river on you.
Yes, the other chicken nuggets. Uh, we're aware that food is in a very scarce supply for both of your peoples, which is a bit of a issue for, I suppose, maintaining your armies. If you don't want to fight, and you have the same kind of request, I assume, in regards to the scarcity.
I take it they sent you over here to do their dirty work as well.
No, actually, we came around volition. I spoke to them first, and so that's the side we came through.
Hmm.
Would have been the opposite if we came through the middle.
But I'm sure they asked you, at the very least. Is that correct? They are a cowardly people. And they are lucky that, their kind are not so kind to our weapons of war. She gives a sort of coy smile, which turns into a more of a scowl as her teeth kind of bear out of her mouth.
I was interested to see that none of your men carry weapons. I assume they're all within your forms.
She
Out of
returns that
curiosity,
sort of
what
coy smile.
weapons? What weapons have we seen? Kind of like the Lamia using since we've been here.
You haven't seen any weapons in the Lamia. They're all very fancily adorned with like jewelry and stuff, kind of like how this image of Lessa is. They have like gold chain, gold cut stuff that kind of just goes around. Sometimes it's gold and black. Sometimes they carry like those. I don't know what the names of those beads are, but they make like bead shelled necklaces, and they kind of like rattle together to make noise. And it sounds particularly fancy because they wear them on their hips or tails, and when they slither around, it kind of just makes like a shh sound.
The
You haven't seen
hips,
too many
Dios
weapons.
mio.
You haven't seen too many weapons, but you've seen a lot
Lord
of
help me.
decoration. Well, I didn't know this campaign was made for Kaiman.
No, I like the Buffa women. That's just funny.
To need more small bird women for Harmu to get interested.
Just create like gnomes. Just make a bunch of Korras and Harmon will be happy. Gnomes with oddly shaped fucking cheeks.
Potatoes.
Just pear-shaped gnomes everywhere, and Harmon will suddenly
What
be
about
interested.
snake women that will actually kill me?
I mean, they're all over here. You
Yeah.
could be here. You could be talking to this lady instead of me.
Yeah, so you're in the hills playing with your staff.
Metaphorically, of course.
I'm like a true wizard.
Just a few more years, bros.
Um,
Oh wait, I'm already 30. Holy fuck, it's over.
it's all over.
How could this happen? Poppy's already a wizard.
I am the most powerful one.
Like, he has like fucking 3 Dans on me. It's over.
Well,
That's true. I agree with that statement.
Uh,
No, the thing is, nobody can hear the fucking soundboard, so just schizophrenia.
all right. What were we talking about? Oh yeah. Yeah, Felix, you haven't seen weapons, but she does this little smile, and you see these big, scary fangs kind of pop out of her mouth.
I hear snake woman. Dirge runs over. No, I'm just kidding.
You just hear the thud of fucking Dirge's footsteps.
Yeah, I cast Tailwind on myself, and then I cyclone myself all the way there.
Just launch myself. I launch myself from the hill into the village.
There you go.
I land through the tent in the arms of the giant snake lady.
I do a Superman landing right in front of him.
Run a friend to stand face to face with giant snake lady. Though technically she's your size. He goes back to having that sort of coy, sheepish smile. And I'm sure they wanted you to consider coming here and getting rid of my people. And in response, I would offer you the same offer. You help my people get rid of those cowards. And we will throw something your way.
And I will, to you, say the same that I did to Mia. The Hoplite is not really a fan of decimating populations. It's more of a Legion strategy than the Hoplite's strategy.
Well, so far the Legion haven't threatened us with violence. I even gave them the same offer as well. Turns out the Gia are a bit more wily than I thought. But I also gave them a different offer. Would you like to hear that one too?
What might that be?
She goes and slithers back to her little throne. Coils around it, sits down. Well, sits as much as a snake can sit. The Legion, about a week ago, came here to try and recruit my people. I gave them the same reason as to why I don't want to. Honestly, it's just not as fun. Doing the fighting, that is. I much prefer watching other people fight for me. There is, however, a famine. Well, that famine is, of course, exacerbated by the Legion not wanting, or at least us not wanting to join the Legion. They can't fight us, so they will fight our food. And they've been very good at it. There is, however, a nice little place about half a day's travel to the west. Wonderful place. There is food as far as the eyes can see. No amount of Legion, unless they brought their entire army here, can chase away all that hunt. There is a small problem, however. Our mortal enemy, one that both myself and that thing from across the river have tried to fight on more than one occasion, lives over there. It is his hunting ground. And there's only but one of him. He has no clan. It is merely him alone. If you go remove him from the picture, and then one of our tribes can go inhabit that little piece of land, I would be very thankful.
Now that's a little bit more doable. This mortal enemy, there's only a single one of them.
Unless he's multiplied in a few years of time since he's moved in. But I doubt that.
What is this mortal enemy exactly?
Well, honestly, he bears a lot of similarities to that thing from across the river. He is a wild man. He is a small one like yourselves, but he fights with the ferocity of a creature like me. It is hard to say what he is. You'll know him when you see him. He wears a peculiar mask.
Huh.
He is not to be trifled with, however. I have sent the Legion to do my dirty work. And while I don't believe they
They
sent any
failed?
convoys since, I don't think they like the idea of trying to fight that thing anymore. Not after he's made a meal of so many of them. But if you are worth what you say you are, I'm sure you and your people can take care of it for me. And then she sort of gets that sheepish grin on her face again as she sort of sinks into her coil. Reaching for a wine glass on a table beside her.
Do you have any other information about him? Anything in particular that we should know?
Do I have that? Hold on. Let me check my 30 pages of information here. Actually, I think I made a sheet for him. That's a shame. I have this for him. Well, he is wild. He is unpredictable to a point. You put something vulnerable and half dead in front of him, and he will quickly show up to finish it off. Drag it back into his little hole and devour it. He is also quite adept at both climbing, and he loves to ambush things. Aside from that, all I know is that he's dangerous. Just the
Go and fight
mere
the Predator
look of him
Bros.
strikes terror into the people here. And as I've said before, I've worked with that thing from across the river to try and fight it, and we've failed. Multiple occasions. Either he is just too much to handle, or he can just as easily escape from the battle as he can approach it.
So we remove this creature, free up those lands, and then you'll help us with the Legion.
Of course. I will send some of my people to help you fight the Legion. As she kind of rolls her eyes at the thought.
Well, consider it done. I try to take my leave.
Okay. You guys leave the Broodmother's tent.
You have to go hunt. This dude sounds like the fucking Predator, man. We're going to the jungle and
So-
die.
So our choice is kill the predator, or what does the other village look like?
There were 40 of them in one little homestead.
Yeah, what do they look like?
Like they're
People with very
they're not
colorful
diminutive,
hairs
right?
and skins. They kind of look like they're kind of like the Smallman version of the Dragon Wranglers.
I think it might just be better. Like, we should just kill them. Let's be honest. The Lamia are worth it.
There are a lot of them though. They're Smallman.
I mean,
Smallman
I
exist
think
in
it's
higher
worth it.
populations.
No, I don't want to massacre the small men. It's gonna take for fucking ever. It's gonna be harder to fight the Legion when they do come through. One predator can't be that hard to hunt and kill.
Yeah, weren't you just talking about the numbers earlier? What's
You're right.
what's
It's
one
Kralakova.
dragon
10,000 rabbits.
compared to
Okay,
100 rabbits?
Kralakova, but just think this: Kralakova can cast one spell and kill all of them. We'll be in and out in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how that works. I'm sure that's definitely gonna happen, and we're just gonna like nuke the whole village. We're gonna Hiroshima this village, and the snakes are gonna like fucking. They're gonna have sex with us. They're gonna be like, "Damn, I didn't know you guys had nukes in your pants." They're like, "Yep, that's the hoplite way, bros. We just nuke everything."
Dirge has been training for this.
Unsheath staff.
So
Dirge
we'll
is
agree-
none the wiser about big giant lamias.
He's ignoring it. Lose control if he knew.
Alright, so what do you guys do?
Depends on what time it is.
It's probably still, maybe it's approaching the afternoon hours of like 3-ish.
Right. I'm gonna cross the river again and see if we can talk to Tag. Or talk to Talk.
Okay. You cross the river, you go and find Talk all the way up at the northern side of the village. In the hills
All the way
where
out.
your shaman is waxing his staff.
He's just like sweating profusely, trying to ignore the snake sounds he hears from the village. Just staying absolutely focused on his task.
Ignoring the sound of slithers, hisses, and the fluttering of forked tongues.
Giant honkers smacking together as they slither around.
You find Talk.
I'll greet him and ask him. I've heard about a land to the west full of hunt. And ask him why he didn't mention that when I spoke to him earlier.
It is a fool's errand. There is no point.
How so?
The Legion themselves have tried to clear that beast out of the region. And the Legion themselves have lost many a soldier. Even the Wild One, as she has tried, has failed to defeat that beast in battle. Our people are just not meant to fight that thing.
But why?
What do you mean?
Well, everyone says he's just... It's impossible to fight him, but I'm trying to understand the why here. Is he a great warrior, or is he from the region? What exactly caused this nefarious individual to take up?
He is definitely a warrior. To say great is questionable. He is fierce. He is unpredictable. And he is impervious to what makes us so effective against staying out of combat with the Lamia. The Lamia are not too effective against him as well. Do you believe in fate? Or maybe purpose?
Yes.
My people, we carry a venom. And this venom is good, useful for hunting. Not so useful against the wild man. Our bodies carry this venom as well. Again, keeps us safe from dragons and other beasts who would feast upon our corpses or turn us into a live meal. Lamia, I'm sure you have seen their fangs. They carry a potent venom as well, much greater than our own. That man, that thing, that demon, is not brought to heal by any of this. He is otherworldly.
A beast from beyond.
Beast from beyond. No. He is no such thing. He is no bigger than that one there, as he points to Felix.
Huh.
But he is, as I said, he is wild. If there was a beast from beyond that looked like man, then he would be that. He is a ferocious, bloodthirsty creature. He cannot be reasoned with. He is not afraid. He has no desire but to see the world around him be turned to slaughter. He is a Purgator of Purgator. Even
That's what I was
Battleborn
saying.
think twice about crossing his path.
Well, I appreciate the information. It gives me a little bit more to think about in terms of what we're gonna do.
Well,
But I do believe I can kill him.
we will hold a funeral for you and your allies, assuming you don't come back within a week or two.
Have me buried in the Bufelman village, or send my corpse there. Preferably. I appreciate the sentiment, and I'm trying to leave.
All right.
I mean, look, I think we can kill the thing. That's what I think we should do. It would just hunt the predator for a week or two. It'll scare the shit out of literally everyone. Legion, these two retards.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do.
I mean, that's what I think we should do. But anybody but like Felix's plan of like nuking 10,000 little poisonous men, just like there's a village.
Maybe they'll be like the enemy in Elden Ring. They kill one and they explode with poison, and then they explode all the others.
We're all gonna fucking die. So like, yeah, let's attack the village with like 3 battalions worth of little poisonous men.
And just one shot them would be perfect.
Where is this guy's sheet?
You know, by the time you're done with the village, it'll be like the front cover of Doom.
All right. So
Fucking headache still. It's over, bros.
probably like 4 to 5. Feel that the sun may begin to set soon. you do.
We're not going hunting the predator at night, so it might be time to camp and.
Let's hunt the predator at night.
Yeah, I'm sure that will go very well for us.
It will. Trust.
Not trusting this plan.
Alright. You guys go and camp for the night.
I miss the frog ladies, bros. My feet hurt.
Alright.
Got the rest of this shit post. Fuck.
Nighttime comes, nighttime goes. Nothing particularly bad happens. Some of your men will post up by the road just to watch things, keep an eye out, make sure no beasts from beyond decide to take a little trip off the road. And they don't. You'll get some reports of a beast from beyond or two would, pass by and walk through the bridge and keep on going. But they don't seem to have any interest in this region. They're just passing through. One of your scouts will
Explode.
One of your scouts will mention that they thought they saw a flash of red somewhere out in the darkness.
Oh no.
But they haven't seen any. They haven't seen any Legion movement. They don't think they have. They don't think they've seen any Legion tracks or trails. One of them did run across the plain there to go and take a look at the other side, and they didn't seem to find any trails, any signs of humanoid movement. So, what do you do?
Well, we're gonna have to set off to the west. I might send a messenger to the Snake Lady and have her mark on a map where specifically. Give me a general region we're supposed to be looking for this Limsian in.
She'll give you exactly the area that this man is known to hunt.
Wait, I hear Snake Lady, and then you tell me she's the size of me.
Yeah,
Yes.
I described this extremely what's it called? Just big snake lady.
Don't forget to accurately describe the shape of various assets.
It's true. I'm gonna be like if
It's
they're
Hey.
very
like,
important information for Dirge.
I'm gonna be
Do
like,
you-
look,
Do we still have that bow that what's his name stole?
we should.
Yeah, it's back in our camp.
Yeah, it
Why
probably
do
is
you-
back
They,
in the
they
game.
Why are
give
you
the
asking?
Poofa women a run for their money. Not gonna lie. Also, I'm gonna go get a drink real quick.
Well, we need someone that can actually use this fucking bow.
Why's that? What
We
are you
need
planning?
someone to use this bow, and if there's a Lamia lady that's as big as me, someone can use this bow.
Yeah, that is the thing. You do have that big old bow nobody can use. Well, yeah, I should probably put this in the. Oh, I did. Never mind. Never
Okay,
mind.
I grabbed the bow. Let's go grab one of the Lamias. Let's see if we can get one of them to join us on this predator hunt.
You get the bow. You get your men to accompany. You get some people to accompany you across to go speak to Salamia.
I have my turtles.
Yes. They're good at carrying things if you strap them down to them.
Yep.
You get brought across the river. You find yourself a Lamia. And they can pick it up quite well. But they... How do I say this? They think it's kind of, beneath them to do so.
Well, I tell them the magical properties of this bow. Can
What?
I actually discern the magical properties of this bow?
Sure. What is your anima... Let's see. What is your anima stats? Defense, anima, where is he? Anima control. Why don't you
It's
give me
15.
a... Why don't you give me a... Yeah, give me a intelligence check. You sense that there is no anima in this bow at all, which means there's no magical properties.
So it's just a big fucking bow that does tons of damage.
Yes.
Well, that's how I market this thing. It's a big fucking bow that does tons of damage.
Okay. Again, the Lamia doesn't seem to be too impressed with it. The Lamia thinks that this is crude. It is like this is a thing for lesser creatures. I would never be caught dead using one of these in battle. Is more or less what they say.
Well, I'm back. As Dirge scored with the snake ladies.
So, if I use this, how much damage would I do?
If you have the arrows to accompany it, I would say like 2d10. That's also assuming you can
And
use
how-
it. I think we've established that you are too weak to use this bow.
Yeah, I'm at 11.
What was that one bow in Dark Souls? I'm gonna use it like the Black Knight bow. You just plant it in the ground.
Yeah, I'm just thinking it's like the Black Knight bow, and it's just fucking slam into the ground and just destroy people with it.
It's essentially what it is. Well, actually, no,
Maybe
it's
it was
much
the Silver
larger.
Knights. I forget. All I know is that was.
The Dragon Slayer Great Bow, right?
I think that's the one. It's the one where it's like you go to Anor Londo and suddenly you're getting like a million fucking.
Yeah, the Dragon
Arrow
Slayer Great Bow
bolts.
from the Silver Knights
Sound like fucking tank shells.
as they explode into the wall.
I coerce
Um,
them. I ask them if this weapon is beneath you, you can surely use it, right?
Give me a charisma check. And then if that succeeds, give me a diplomatic wiles check.
That succeeds. Give me a Constitution check.
Alright, that succeeds. Give me a diplomatic wiles. So your initial comment doesn't piss them off outright. Your wiles is +7.
+7.
But your attempt to goad them into using the weapon is a failure. They kind of turn their nose up at this. It's like, you just don't understand. You're too You're too low-born. And they'll slither away.
And fuck these snakes.
Yes.
Alright. Alright, now. Hold up.
Well, I sit in the middle of town telling people if there's any warriors that would like to try it out.
How long do you try to do this?
I'm fucking.
How long do you try to convince someone to try and use the bow?
Uh, Probably sit around for 2 hours until someone tries to move me out of the way.
Right. It takes a while. But like, as you're here trying to convince passerbys to pick this thing up and, you know, try to pull the drawstring and release it, you'll get one person who actually, you know, gets a little curious. And they'll try. And let's see what their strength is. It should be a small bonus because they're birds. They are plenty strong enough to use this bow. They pick the bow up, they pull the drawstring all the way back, and they let loose. And the bow kind of has this sort of like the crack of a whip as it releases all of its energy. Sounds dangerous.
I look at them with gleaming eyes. So,
So,
I point to where their arrow hit.
yeah, the arrow is like well embedded into a tree.
I look at them. Do you like it?
Well, it's fancy, but our people do not like to use such things. Not for battle. It is uncouth.
Well, I asked them how they usually battle then.
This Lamia, let's see. She will bare her fangs. And then she says, we like to sink our teeth into our victims and then coil around them until they die. Preferably, the best feeling of combat is when your victim no longer struggles in your embrace, as maybe like a little drip of venom comes out of the tip of her fang.
God. Can I do an arcana or a wisdom check on how strong the poisons are or the venoms are? I asked them first.
You ask them how strong their venoms are?
Yeah.
How would they even gauge that? They say that it's usually strong enough to slow down Battleborn creature a little bit. A single bite is, usually enough to make a Battleborn creature think twice about messing with them. It is usually more than enough to completely cause a mid or smallman to stop in their tracks, like to either outright kill them or to hurt them enough that they can't really do much anymore. And then a diminutive that they'll die outright. I mean, if the large fang and subsequent struggle doesn't kill the diminutive, like the poison will. That's more or less the case with Smallman. Usually, Smallmen have to be pinned down a little bit longer. Midmen can be a proper fight between two of them. You being a midman yourself. Then large men, it's a bit more prolonged. It's an actual fight. And then Battleborn are like Battleborn. They won't instantly die, but they'll get slowed down enough that if enough bites happen, or if enough Lamia are fighting a Battleborn, they could just bite them, disengage, and wait for that creature to get too weak to put up a struggle.
Neat.
It's not like the Dragon Wrangler toxins that they're not all that effective, but they do hurt. All right. What now?
I stroke my beard. I asked if she's already heard about that my previous uh, group has gone and talked to their leader and said that we will take care of the predator to that's to the west?
Yes, the West. I've heard of whispers. I do wish you all good luck. I, of course, don't plan on ever seeing any of you again. That's usually what happens
Yo, I'm
when
kind
anyone
of a
goes there.
big deal, you know. I killed that predator, man. Fucking just flex. Single-handedly. That Legionnaire dude, he was crying. The cat man, he was dead. The Lolly, I don't know. Me, I'm tight as fuck.
Now she tells you that. She tells you, yeah, I heard. You're probably gonna die, so good luck, goodbye.
Got it. I go and grab my arrow. I can't find anyone that can actually use this and wants to.
Sad and dejected that no one's using the antimatter rifle.
Yeah. Well, I thank the snake woman by casting Tailwind on her. That'll, that'll put a pep in your step.
All right. And with that, you return to.
Yeah, return to the camp, dejected. But now there's a super fast snake woman in the camp.
Okay.
Bridge Bros. It's over.
And now I assume you
It's
guys will
Ogre.
go.
Kill ourselves?
Yes. Right. Time for you guys to march.
March March. We're gonna fucking die.
To the overmap. You guys are there at the camp. Camp of the reptilians. And
I mean,
half a day's march.
these have to be just as good as the Lamias, let's be honest.
The what?
Are the reptilians different than the rainbow people?
Yeah, that's what they are. They're all reptiles. Aren't snakes reptiles?
Ew.
The Cold Bloods. There we go. You guys are here at the Cold Bloods village. Cold Bloods, a territory. I assume you cross that bridge and begin your march.
Yes. Which bridge? Wait.
Oh, there's a bridge on town. There's no bridge here on the overmap.
Yes.
Okay, you march on. It's only a half a day's march, so, well, that is 12 hours, I guess. By the time you get there, by the time you get near, it will be nightfall, or at least sundown. I assume that you want to avoid fighting the creature at night.
Yes.
Yep.
This will probably stop a little ways away.
Probably prudent. Okay. Go ahead and move your guy 1 hex token. 1 hex to the left. Who's not in roll 20? Yeah, in roll 20 Haku. And you bed down for the night. 12-hour march.
Oh, I accidentally left the game then.
As you march, you will come across some hunt for your predators. They'll be fed and happy. And then I don't know what the second good roll is for, but yeah, 2 good rolls for my roll every 6 hours roll. Yep, you bed down for the night. Your people take watch. And I don't think this will be too long. Alright. Daytime comes. Nothing is out of the ordinary. Sparrow will tell you that there are signs of the Legion. She did not investigate too closely, but there has been, weapons here or there. Some sort of, like the general kind of trash refuse or like broken things that might be left behind by a marching army. Signs of footsteps, food that has gone bad and was left behind, shit left behind by beasts of burden, all that sort of thing. But it doesn't look too fresh.
It's the remains of the fucking Legion. Just before they got wrecked by this dude.
Quite
But it just looks, there's nothing out of the ordinary. It doesn't look like anybody was killed here.
No. Looks more like people have passed through in this area than somebody was killed. And I need to make a roll. It's unimportant to you guys. You don't have to worry too much. You're not gonna die. Don't worry about the dice here. That is a funny roll. And reroll that one. Nope. Okay. You guys, I assume, continue March, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Don't see
You
anything out of the ordinary.
do not see anything out of the ordinary yet. Go ahead and move your token into the little dragon hex there. All right. As you approach this area, you'll notice that the sounds of wildlife is much more apparent here than it was back in the Cold Blood village. You'll see all sorts of creatures and critters running around, all the kinds that you expect the carnivores and the predators to feast upon. Everyone give me a perception check.
Oh no!
You fucking disappointment.
Dirge and Harmu, if you're still alive.
I have my face buried in Buffalo Woman.
Just have you strapped upside down to a Buffa woman's back.
That's just silly. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Haku, make a perception check. Dirge.
It's over for him. Like, the snake lady shot him down. It's fucking over. It's a wrap.
It's a plus 11. You know, the other day I read that there are some games where the DM is meant to keep the character sheet and do all the rolls in secret.
What's up with that?
Might start doing that. That way I can actually just kill Morgan.
You're
Holy
gonna say
base.
that.
Morgan does something stupid, dead.
Based. Oh my god. Total Morgan death in our time.
God damn it. I'm rolling for Haku.
Telling you,
You
he's
fail.
upset.
Felix! Actually, you know what? I'll roll for Kalakrova too, because I'm pretty sure Hamu's actually dead. Alright.
Hartman messaged me. I don't know if he messaged me. He's like, "Yeah, my fever's killing me." So
Yeah, he
I'm
did.
like, "Damn." Bros.
Felix, you will notice that there are signs that Legion were here. A lot of their weapons and gear and things that they would normally hold are just dropped in random spots here and there. But there are no signs of their bodies.
I mean, the Legion are always where we've been because we're kind of following them.
True, but like there's whole ass like
How recent does it look like they were
weapons.
here?
You would say like a week, maybe.
Any signs of a struggle, or did they just like say fuck it and leave kind of thing?
There's around one of the spots of like there's like a you'll find two swords and a shield somewhere. You know, one of them's the shield is covered in blood, and the shield still has an arm in the strap, but there's no body attached to it. This is definitely a sign of a struggle. A big neon sign of a struggle.
Hey, Perseus, is it normal for arms to be left with a shield? Just the arm, no body.
No, and it's impressive that the arm was removed so easily.
Still want to fight this guy?
Yeah.
Lead the way, Leggett.
Do you see any other signs of anything that could indicate a trail?
Give me an old battlefield knowledge.
Battlefield knowledge.
Yours is 24. You want to roll under 24. The D100, just like Delta Green.
Oh.
And everyone else can make this check as well. Yeah, you don't see much of a trail. You don't see a lot of signs. There's a lot of chaos in the nature here. That is the wrong dice, Haku. You're gonna roll a D100 for battlefield knowledge. Roll under. Felix, are you attempting to look for tracks?
Yep. Battlefield knowledge roll.
Yes. You want to roll under 45.
Gonna go failed.
Yeah, you cannot find tracks either. Alright, Dirge. Roll that D100. Save the party. Probably off playing Gundams again.
What the fuck? Is he dead? He just rolled. Gross.
He rolled the wrong die. Let's see what Kralakoba sees.
Fucking nothing.
Nope. You guys do not find any tracks of whatever creature has done this. How do you search the area, then? How do you do it?
Poorly.
Is there a lot of clearly poorly? Is there a lot of shrubs and shit in the area?
Yes, this is a mostly an untouched area of the swamp, or at least not touched by man, aside from this Purgator.
I'm gonna look around for any broken bushes, anything out of the ordinary. Just kind of walk further into the shrub while I do it.
Yeah, sure. You do just that. You do find some shrubbery that has a legion body in it. This soldier looks like he has been completely brutalized. His face is barely there. His armor has been punctured in multiple spots. His helmet is nearby, and it looks like that was crushed completely, and there are 2 large holes in it. You'll also find similar holes in his body. Mostly punctured through on his top right of his back, near his shoulder, and on the opposite side on his chest.
No way a Swanman could have done this. Do the holes have anything in them? And are they just punctures?
They're just punctures.
So nothing necrotic, doesn't look like poison of any sort.
None. Well, aside from, like, rot. Because it's probably been here a while. You'd gather at least 5 days.
continue searching the area.
You continue your search. Everybody give me a perception check.
We're back. Naxxon was merely a setback.
All of you find some
We all
trace.
passed.
Some trace
Of a banana.
other creatures. As for these traces, they all lead in the same direction. Particularly, one of these traces look like it looks like whatever was being dragged away was still alive, as the tracks are mostly look like hands clawing into the ground. And of course, the blood that is more than likely being left behind as they do so, tearing into their fingers. They lead in a very clear direction, and you can follow, assuming they don't stop.
Go in that direction then.
Okay. You follow that direction, and you come to what looks like... It looks like there was a village here at one point. Small village, no more than 6 huts. But most of those huts have been torn down. And like you'll see like the bases or like things that might have been in those huts are kind of left behind. And they've just been torn down to make another hut. That's kind of just off like 30 feet away from the village.
Does this hut look lived in?
It's hard to tell. It's very shoddily put together. Perseus, give me a intelligence check. Your worst
Oh, no.
stat, but it's also your most successive roll. I don't know how he does it. Well, you don't fail a lot of these intelligence checks.
I did very well in school. I paid attention.
You have this sort of feeling. Like, you don't have the memories yourself because it's before your time with the Hoplite. You don't remember any of those times. But when you see this sort of hovel, it reminds you of the word rushes through your head. You think, oh, it's a wildman. And then you kind of stop thinking, what the fuck is a wildman? You kind of just have these, like, this instinctual feeling without any actual, like, memories that hits over you. It's like, back in the day when we were the Legion, sometimes there are these guys that just, they lived in holes in the ground, and they were absolute monsters. They couldn't be reasoned with. They did not fear things. They could not be stopped. They had to be put down. And you feel like you've dealt with many of these before. And this here is the entrance to their burrow. And that burrow can range from small enough to just fit themselves and whatever they're gonna eat, or big enough to house a decent amount of creatures.
Wait, there could be multiples, and it's just they're retarded. They thought it was only one dude.
It's possible.
Bros?
as far as you can tell, it's possible. Generally, it's usually an adult and maybe like a juvenile or two, if there are more than one. If there aren't, it's just the one.
I take it back, bros. It's fucking over. The hills have eyes.
What do you do?
Gonna approach the house and see what I see. If I blow up, I blow up.
Well, you want to do a preemptive strike on him?
You don't know that he's in there. You don't know what's in there.
That's fine. Is it the house right there? I point to the house.
It is indeed. That's at least where we suspect. That's where Charlie might be.
Yep, it's a small rickshaw like hut put together from the destroyed remains of all these other huts that used to stand here.
Let's go. I cast Cyclone on it.
On the hut?
On the hut.
I'll give it to you. You cast Cyclone on the hut, and this rickety old building, or not even old, this rickety, horribly put together building, gets lifted off from the ground, and all its pieces strewn into the air. And whatever actually doesn't fall apart and get tossed off of it will stay up there for four whole turns or rounds. Beneath the cyclone, at the very base of it, you'll see a hole in the ground.
Yep.
Is anything getting sucked up?
No, actually. Even if you purposely created a vacuum of some sort, nothing is being drawn out.
Is the bot playing music, by the way?
No, it's
Okay, just want to make sure.
actually, I'm just that's for like the music I don't have uploaded to Roll20.
Yeah, it's time to queue up CCR.
I should have some tension music somewhere on this playlist. I made this a long time ago.
No, it's definitely time for Fortunate Son. Dude, where's Kralakova so we can fire strike the hole now? We're
Napalm.
going... No, that's what exactly what it is. Just napalm the hole. Swim from Predator to 13th Warrior pretty fucking quick.
What was that one? Nice. Outpost. Outpost 31. There we go. Add to game. Okay. The cyclone blows the house off its foundations. Bits and pieces are strewn across the area. This little clearing. Nothing gets sucked out of the hole, though. Everybody give me an awareness check. I
That's
believe
two
yours is
passes.
plus 7. Regardless, those of you who pass the check will hear a sort of chittering, clicking.
Look, I've learned my lesson. I'm not gonna fire an arrow at the sound in the bush.
From coming from the tree line. You don't see anything though. Something's out there.
He's not in the hole then. He was watching us.
Mayhaps we should hunt the hunter. And make the
Sparrow
hunter become the hunted.
will free herself from the comatose Kralikova's grasp. And, flutter up to your... or glide up to your shoulder, Perseus, and sort of whisper, I think it would be better if the army was left behind.
Alright. I'll instruct them to set up camp and wait for us a little ways away.
Okay. Sparrow and the army marches off.
Ah, oh my god.
You hear the you hear movement outside the tree line or inside the tree line. Again, it's more of the chittering clicks. Name I did not have predator sounds downloaded to play over the bot.
There was that one synth that always played in the original whenever the predator would like pop up or would like fucking jump from a tree. I couldn't find it.
What do you guys do?
Well, I suppose we have to go into the tree line. We don't really have a way to flush them out unless Dirge has some spell he can think of.
Well, what are your guys' actions? Are you gonna march in? Are you gonna charge?
March.
Wait.
I mean,
Let's wait.
Like I said-
Waiting is the best idea.
we can't just wait for him to come to us, and so we like lose our head to the fucking laser. We see the predator laser and be like, oh well, we had a good run, bros.
All right. My Cowboy D&D has been canceled this week. God damn.
It's fucking over, bros.
First
You're not here.
COVID, then work.
It's D&D hell. That's
Indeed.
pretty good.
Time I get back, I'll forget how I play my character. Well, you guys, are you guys marching or waiting?
We're gonna wait. We're gonna
you-
chill.
You chill.
Relax. Max it all cool.
Definitely some guys making trouble in my neighborhood right now, though.
You wait. You hear that chittering, a bit of movement in the bushes and grass. No Silwyn here to accidentally murder a man by firing a bow into the bush.
Okay, to be fair, turns out that was the right decision.
You wait. You hear some sounds, and the sounds go quiet. What do you do?
Fuck. We wait. We're the more patient hunters. Fuck this dude. It's just like playing fucking Tarkov. I'm gonna wait. We're not gonna move. We will hold this angle. He will push into us. Trust.
Oh, it's all waiting until he starts wiggling. Let's see. How do I interpret this? You continue to wait. And wait. You don't hear any movement. You don't hear any chittering or clicking. Weird noises. It's quiet. With the exception of the general blight fauna, it is quiet.
After waiting for a while, could I ascertain exactly where he's at?
You have no way to do that.
It's fucking over.
Aside from the general sounds of the blight, you don't hear anything. If it's out there, it's not moving. What do you do?
Oh, we can't wait forever. It's gonna get dark and then we're gonna be fucked. Might just have to go looking for him. Thoughts, Felix?
Would you like to be buried with your sword, or would you like your sword placed on top of your grave?
Buried with my sword. What time is it?
It could be as early as you want it to be.
We came over here pretty early in the morning, like right at dawn, so probably just be
Say it's 7 or 8.
Yeah.
An entire like 10 hours of daylight.
Yeah. Then we can wait a little while longer.
You guys continue to wait.
Are we gonna make camp?
Make camp
No,
here.
okay.
Waiting.
Our army or dudes went to make camp.
Everybody give me a awareness check.
Oh no.
With a -1. That is amazing, Morgan.
Oh. No way. What the fuck?
Just a little bit of omniscience.
It's still silent. Dead silent.
But I critically
Dirge, while you guys are there waiting for something to happen, you hear a crack of a branch behind you, or at least imagine if you guys are not standing back to back. Dirge, it's behind you. If you guys are standing back to back, it's directly in front of you. Whatever your choice.
Dirge Bros?
Yeah.
You ignore it. You ignore it.
How far is this branch that I heard?
Let
Like
us
100 feet
take
away
a
from
look.
us?
The clearing itself is pretty small. So go ahead and place your guys wherever you want to place you guys. Right here in this little spot that I have you piled up.
Gotta be next to Persis, otherwise the whole figure you with your sword thing doesn't make as much sense.
And say like, this is the clearing. The hole. Oh shit! Maybe I should put that into the. I can't. God damn it! I hate Roll20. Boundary soon, bros. The hole that you blew the hut off of is right here. I'm gonna move you guys real quick. But make this part of the map layer. There we go. I hate this system so much. So if you guys are standing here, then Dirge, the sound came from over here.
I guess just, give Perseus kind of like a little tap on the shoulder, just let him be aware.
You did not hear it. Only Dirge did.
That's why I was laughing. It's like Dirge is just gonna ignore it. Must have been the wind. He's not right behind me. It's fine.
Wait, isn't it 21 to pass?
Yes, but there was a -1 on it. And you'd somehow
Yeah,
rolled
that's
21
what-
twice.
No, that is with -1.
Your first roll was
It's
+9.
awareness.
What the
Wait,
fuck,
oh,
bro? Dirge
okay,
heard
never mind.
something?
Awareness
You heard it
10.
too, Perseus, then. You heard it too, then, Felix. I don't know why you rolled twice like that.
The
Okay.
one above was for the first one you asked for.
Was it? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You got it, you fan. So, you heard a sound, it came from over there. Just a simple snap of a twig.
I shush everyone, and I try and feign ignorance about that twig.
Alright. Everybody go ahead and give me another awareness check.
Flat or disadvantage, etc.
With a -6 to it. Which is really rough.
Oh my god.
Okay. You continue to listen to nothingness.
I yell out, "Wow, it must have been the wind." Did you just absolutely fart in my direction, Perseus?
No. What do you mean must have been the wind?
I
I think
absolutely,
he's losing it.
I laughed my ass off.
Give me another awareness check. This time with a -2.
We're just pulling out all the nat ones.
Nat one, he appears right behind you and snaps your neck. He gives you the peanut treatment.
Too bad it's an ability check, and a nat 1 means fuck all.
A nat 1 means everything anytime. It Maybe Dirge's attempt to be nonchalant about having heard the sound is distracting you guys. As you continue to make another awareness check at -5. Oof.
It's all up to you, Kai. You're useless.
Over. I'm going to feed myself.
Seems like whatever's out there is just decided maybe to stay perfectly still. Maybe they keep moving. You don't know, but you do know that this is getting pretty drawn out.
Tony is exactly like Tarkov. We're in one room, they're in another. We're all just sitting there staring at our angles.
Okay, guys, I'm just gonna have to take a piss.
Another minute rolls by.
Oh no.
Urge. Doesn't matter. Everyone
I'm
give me an
gonna
awareness
move-
check
I'm gonna move this way.
at -3.
It's
We
based on
passed a check.
perception, right?
Yes, it's half your perception. Yours is 7. So you pass.
At what? At minus what?
At -5. Or -3. I don't know. Oh, yeah, you would. Dirge. Felix, you hear the sound again. This time it sounds like a branch is snapping over here. Do you respond at all? Do you do anything?
Nope.
Okay.
At what point do you think he's going to realize that whenever he snaps a branch, we can hear it, and that he's not exactly subtle about trying to sneak up on us? Hey, Perseus?
I can't hear shit. Perseus is just sitting there daydreaming about Buffa women. My awareness checks with an ass.
You know, let's give the special needle like it some help.
Just 1 second.
I am gonna move right here. By the fire. This is the fire, right?
No, that's a hole.
Oh.
The hole in the ground.
You should jump in it.
I stay right here.
It smells of death.
That shit is just full of fucking corpses.
And let me just check how much. How dead everybody is. Ooh, Jesus. Pretty small clearing. Okay. Finally, with no warning at all whatsoever, and with barely a sound made, and you not noticing until right about at this moment, right here, like almost just 10 feet in front of you, Dirge, there is a body flying out of the trees.
Do I roll initiative?
Yes, roll initiative to dodge a body.
Everybody give me a awareness check again. If you pass, you're not surprised.
Regular awareness.
Regular awareness. Nobody's surprised. So, everybody roll initiative. As a man in a big sort of coat of furs with a wild hair and a wild mask comes flying out of the trees. And you don't notice him until he's right here, in the air, flying over Dirge, landing, hitting the ground with a roll, coming up to you, Felix, as he gets to his knees and does a big sort of uppercut directly at your chest.
From like
Yes.
Tiger upper. What
Yes.
the fuck?
From
From, like-
very far away.
from like 60 feet away.
He flings himself away out of the trees from about 50 feet, I think. No, 55 feet of flight. Hits the ground. Actually, not even 55 feet because he lands here. Hits the ground, rolls. And takes a swipe at you.
That dude looks sick. What the fuck?
So he's coming up from the ground.
Just let him have it. That was badass.
He hit you with
No,
Tiger
no.
upper.
So he's like coming from a prone position for it, eh?
Well, it's a rising attack.
He's
He has
attacking
deep- he
from a
has
prone
deep
Wake up,
invincibility.
Wake up, DP. Wake up, DP. It's not Tiger upper. It's wake up.
I mean, if he's
DP.
attacking from a prone position, I doubt he's going to actually connect because he has disadvantage.
Yeah, but he has invincibility frames.
It's plus on block.
You see his hand. You see there are like large sort of I want to call them daggers. They're more like little stakes that he has wrapped around his wrist. Or tied to his wrist as he punches upwards at you as he rises to his feet, aiming for the dead center part of your chest. He rolls a 24.
Yeah, I mean, that hits.
Okay. And what is his... is the thing over here? What does that translate into? You take 13 points of damage.
That's it.
It was a bad roll. Do you want me to make it bigger? I can make it bigger. I mean,
No, it's fine.
That's it. I can make it. Make it a lot better.
Have it do more damage. You want to die? You can die.
Did you guys roll initiative?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I got a 5.
I got a 6.
He rolls a natural 20.
It's over.
The dice literally bounced. It was on
Okay,
like
but what
7,
what
and then
is
it
his
bounced
initiative
straight to 20.
modifier?
Huh?
What is the initiative modifier, though?
Is there one? If there's not, then you just
Yes.
roll a flat 20. Your initiative modifier. Yours.
The initiative bonus. No, I know mine. I'm asking about his.
What does it matter? He has a natural 20.
Because it doesn't matter for initiative.
Well, I don't need to tell you what it is. I could just tell you that he goes first. So it goes.
So he made his attack.
Yeah, I'd say that's part of his attack. Because nobody was surprised. So, we just go
Okay.
into turn order. It's still his turn. He'll leap backwards. Still facing you.
Opportunity attack?
Go for it. Still facing you. You see his other hand also has these large stakes wrapped onto it.
The nat ones everywhere.
Roll a d20.
Technically, there's nothing to really be disarmed of.
Sure. I mean, worse things can happen.
You made me waste that. You fucker.
I mean, that's a d100.
Damn.
That's a nat 1 punish, right? Well, what else do you do? As he leaps backwards after planting 2 holes in your chest.
So that was just it's Felix's turn now?
It is your turn now, Felix.
Okay, 80 cents.
Incense?
No, 80 cents. Attack
What?
with advantage, ignore AC.
What are you saying?
86. The combat
86.
talent.
Enunciate. Alright. Go ahead. All 3 attacks
Ignore
hit.
AC. A crits.
Your last hit will. The 26 will hit. Will crit.
And then it's 2 more.
Okay.
20 damage.
As you lash out, you stab him once. You stab him twice. Wait. What are your rolls?
I'm rolling in the stacking damage thing with it. So
just trying to follow them.
D4. So D4 D4 from the first attack.
Mhm.
D4 D6. 2D4 D8. Oh, actually, should that last one be a second D8 if that hit crit?
7?
No, because the ability where like each savage strikes or something, where it's each successive attack increases the die up to D12.
Why would you
So,
roll
the-
7d4?
No, would I roll a second?
Oh, a
D8?
second? No. Savage Strikes will not be getting those. Think.
Okay, I wasn't sure if
Ah.
it counts.
I'm just trying to find which one of these, which combination of these is your final attack?
The D8 and the 2D4, but I'm wondering if that should actually be a 2D8.
I think for this game it's fine to have that. Roll another 2d8.
For it.
Okay. And on your last attack, you swing upwards to strike at him one more time. At the same time, he swings at you. And he seems to parry most of that blow. It lands still, and he also swings at
You know,
you.
this guy's a freak. He's a freak in nature.
What's your AC?
15.
How much?
15.
We're gonna die, bros.
You take another 11 points of damage. as he sort of cross counters your final attack.
Countered. So
How much was it? Was this 5, 9, 13, 20, 21? Right. Up next, I believe, is Kaiman.
I don't remember. I rolled a 6. What did Haku roll?
Yep, it is you. Go, Perseus.
Let's see.
It's Perseus in time.
It's true. I'm gonna charge him and tell him it's Perseus in time, and I'm gonna flank him and attack. Just fucking draw my sword and swing at him.
Alright. Roll to hit.
Well, you can roll for attack, Russ. It's d20 plus 5, right?
I believe yours is that, yes. Your
And then
first attack
damage.
hits.
What is my damage again? It's
D6
1d6.
plus 1.
Yep.
Your first strike finds purchase. Your second strike goes wild as he just sort of twitches to the side, now looking at you with his yellow, now bloodshot eyes.
we'll call him a bunch of racial slurs.
Dirge, it's your turn.
Got it. I cast Menacing Earth.
What does Menacing Earth do?
Oh no.
Causes all creatures, with the exception of yourself, to be assaulted by the land, forcing them to treat all terrain within 100 feet of you as difficult terrain. One action.
Okay. Does that also affect your allies? Yeah.
Probably.
It does. Alright,
Probably.
so everyone here is slowed. Their movement is cut in half. Okay. That's the end of your turn. It is now the wild man's turn. Last person to do damage was Perseus. Perseus, the wild man turns to you. He now strikes out against you. I assume missing with a 13.
Let me see. Yes, I have 21 AC.
Right, that means he hits with his 27. Critting you.
Ooh. Oh. No more crits, bros. Not again.
The rest of my dice. I'm gonna be too lazy to open up this bag. I got that. I need my crit dice. Oh. You get hit. And again, just like he did to Felix, although now he's standing upright on his feet, he is slightly taller than you. He's not Dirge's size, but he is bigger than both you and Felix.
Snake bitch lied. She says he was Felix's height.
She said, yeah. What was she say? She said no bigger than that one. But, I mean, she's also fucking massive. She's not really the greatest measure.
That's actually no, you're right. Women can't tell size of anything. Wait, hold up. My bad.
His stake wrapped hand just comes reeling down at you. He pierces straight through your armor and into your chest, dealing a massive 38 damage.
Dude, what? That was my hell.
It was a crit.
Strike.
It was a very... He rolled max damage on 2 of his dice.
That was actually exactly half my HP. Holy fuck.
Okay. And then he will... No, he'll stay there. You'll see that he's kind of drooling at the mouth. These teeth on his mask, half of them fake, half of them his, are sort of just... You'll see behind the mask, you'll see just like this froth of drool coming out as he's breathing heavily, making these strange guttural clicking sounds. His eyes bloodshot, he looked directly at you. This is what he was made for. Felix, it's your turn.
Okay, hear me out. What if, like,
We raid.
no, we can't raid, but we can flank. Flanking's D2?
+2.
Yeah, sorry, on D2, +2. I rolled that wrong. 25, 10, 24.
Hit, miss, hit. No crits.
Hit. Hold on. It's a lot of ones. 9 damage.
As you make your first strike, he does this thing where he turns his head around to you, and he does this sort of weird jump where he doesn't really gain much height on anything, but he does a sort of a horizontal flip in air, parrying one of your attacks out of the way, and again making a strike out at you. He's now facing you. Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna take this dice to D&D next week.
It's fucking over, bros. We're gonna get like mega ultra rape critted.
What is your AC, Felix? This is gonna be
15.
I'm gonna go get a drink before he dies.
this is a oh, Jesus Christ. This is a 27.
It's only a double crit.
Yeah, it's only a double crit. I need more dice for this one.
You're gonna roll like 10 damage.
I've been rolling low against you. But I mean, look at Percy's HP.
Yeah, but look at my rolls.
Hey! Not that bad. Only 1 max dice damage. Gotta line them up so I can count them properly. You take 29 damage.
Bro.
As he parries one of your blows out of the way. Still taking damage from the other one. larger one
lots.
actually.
For some reason, the HP isn't updating.
I see it updating.
It's not updating for me, which is weird.
It's updating for both of my clients. And then after he
I just
lands
might be
this,
fucking lucky.
after he lands this little acrobatic flip, he just swings one of his stakes right at you, straight into your gut. You're taking massive damage from this double crit. That's your turn.
Why does this guy get to attack every time we attack?
I said he's a wildman.
Fuck, gross.
More like a cheater, man. Yep, that's all actions.
Dirge. Your guys here are getting fucked up.
Got it. So, what would happen if I drag someone through difficult terrain?
I mean, it won't affect them. Difficult terrain only affects people who are moving purposefully, unless otherwise stated. So if you're walking through difficult terrain, your movement is halved, but if you're blown through difficult terrain, you'll still move the full distance, unless there's something special happening.
So let's say if I tailwind him.
Tailwind the enemy?
Or no, hold on, let me see.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out.
I wind tunnel him.
What does Wind Tunnel do?
Forcibly moves any number of creatures in a 100-foot long, 10-foot wide tunnel.
You'll blast him the full 100 feet.
Okay,
And
but hear me out.
Does
Sleep.
do they get okay? You know what? Sleep. Yep. Let's try that.
You just got roll under 60, I believe.
60% chance to put any creature in a 30-foot radius to sleep. Increases to 90 if the creatures are not in a aroused state, being in combat or intense situations. Roll a
Let's go.
D100.
I will do sleep. Okay, roll a D100.
Mm-hmm. You want a 60 or under? The wild man, after sinking his large wooden stakes into Felix's gut, slumps over, hits the ground. He is now asleep.
It's time to remove this man's head from his shoulders while he's snoozing.
Perseus. Oh wait, no. I think Perseus was supposed to go first.
It's over.
Whatever. Perseus.
Are we able to coordinate and attack all at the same time?
If you hold your actions. There is a helpless creature asleep in front of you.
I'm gonna try and remove his head from his shoulders.
Do you want him
So-
to be dead? I'm just asking, do you want to
Yeah.
kill the guy?
Yeah.
He's dead.
Nice.
Okay, I was worried I was actually going to look into the rules for unconscious and actually make things difficult.
Dude, fucking sleep is such a busted spell. Why the fuck is that in the game? What the fuck?
Because so sleep in regular, what it does is it makes any attack within 5 an auto crit, and you have advantage.
Well, normally you're still in combat with other things, so I would say in a
Yeah, and then-
tense situation, if there are other creatures around, you have to do that. You'll do the crit instead. But since this
That
is the
makes
only
sense.
combatant here, he's helpless. You could just kill him.
Yeah, and then there's the whole full round action coup de grace from Pathfinder,
Finder.
which does in fact kill in
Mhm.
this case.
But I think
So-
I think there has to be like a checkmate against the the creature, then they get to not die instantly. If
So
I'm
are they a
correct.
small men or like are they?
Yeah. Do you investigate your new corpse here?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a fourth
I'd
save.
take his mask.
Yeah, you take his mask. He is a small man, just like Perseus and Felix here. He has these sharp, elongated teeth that are quite gnarly. He has wild hair. He looks like a regular person. Aside from the wild look still sort of in his eyes, he was kind of asleep with his eyes open. But aside from that, yeah, he seems like a regular smallman. And with perfect timing, I believe that is where we end today's game. As you
Nice.
stand over the corpse of what was possibly a potential hero unit.
Oh no.
And for nobody watching, see you next month.
Oh no.
It should be next week.
Have we all learned why sleep is busted?
And we